When Diablo 3 was unveiled for the first time in 2008, it caused a frenzy among internet users. Thousands of fans signed petitions and protested against the game, demanding that Blizzard make a change. The reason? Diablo 3, unlike its predecessors, had a cartoonish appearance. Prior to Diablo 3, Blizzard's action RPG series had a distinctively Gothic visual style. The dungeons of Diablo 1 and 2 were surrounded by dark stones, and the shadows within them were even darker. The lighting, whether from flames or magical lightning, illuminated a dark fantasy world with a realistic texture. Well, at least as realistic as the PCs of the late 1990s could render. However, Diablo 3 looked more like a fantasy horror comic book. The world was filled with mysterious and vibrant colors. The characters were designed with exaggerated angles and oversized shoulder armor. The textures were hand-painted reinterpretations of the natural world. It has a stylized feel, and in that sense, it's sort of a Blizzard philosophy, said lead producer Keith Lee in an interview with MTV at the time. And that was the issue with Diablo 3, it was too much like Blizzard's other game, World of Warcraft. The two games undeniably shared a similar visual language, and fans were disappointed that Blizzard's enormously popular MMO seemed to be distancing Diablo from its Gothic roots. The two fantasy settings of the studio began to feel like companions rather than distinct universes. Despite the outcry, Blizzard remained firm in its design goals. When Diablo 3 was released in 2012, it even included a secret level called Whimsyshire, filled with rainbows and unicorns, as a way to mock its detractors. Over a decade later, the fourth installment of Diablo is about to be released. A direct comparison with its predecessor immediately reveals that the grimdark Gothic atmosphere is back. Diablo 4 has returned to its artistic origins and, as a result, has regained its menacing identity. In the years leading up to the release, Blizzard emphasized the revived art style. Last year, art director Chris Ryder stated, "The return to darkness concept is evident in everything, from dungeons to lighting, and embodies the idea that Sanctuary is a dangerous and dark medieval Gothic world." This darkness is apparent from the very beginning of Diablo 4. The opening CGI cinematic features a blood sacrifice that summons Lilith, covered in viscera. It is a far cry from Diablo 3's cinematic, which used shadows and flames instead of coagulated blood to portray its demons. There is a clear shift in aesthetics. While Diablo 3 embraced dark fantasy, Diablo 4 embraces terrifying horror. Free from the World of Warcraft influence, Sanctuary now feels like a more oppressive and hostile world. Rendered in a style reminiscent of the bleakest areas of Game of Thrones and the Gothic grandeur of Dark Souls, it exudes a dark sense of authenticity. Cities and villages appear barely held together, and the catacombs that run beneath them feel as if the very walls could reach out to strangle you. The humans suffering in this world seem defeated and weary, as if each passing day would break their souls. The twisted monstrosities that torment them, from wolves to forest spirits, make their journey to Kyovashad and beyond a perpetually dangerous and unsettling one. Blizzard stated that the stylization of Diablo 3 was part of the studio's philosophy. While Diablo 4 has abandoned that particular approach to art, it draws inspiration from another one of the developer's games. The multiple perspectives offered in Diablo 4, including top-down isometric gameplay, detailed in-game scenes, and high-quality cinematic CGI, evoke the impressive presentation seen in StarCraft II. While StarCraft II is primarily a real-time strategy game that unfolds from a traditional top-down isometric view, it also incorporates moments where the camera drops to a human height, allowing for more immersive and detailed scenes within the player's faction base. This perspective shift in StarCraft II provides an opportunity to delve deeper into the characters, as their visual models are more intricately designed compared to their smaller counterparts on the battlefield. It allows players to notice subtle details such as furrowed brows or the manner in which a character chews a cigar, enabling a better understanding of their personalities and emotions. Furthermore, during the climactic moments of the story, players are treated to CGI cinematics that transform the game into a cinematic experience, heightening the sense of stakes and drama. Diablo 4 follows a similar approach by embracing multiple perspectives and drawing inspiration from the directing techniques established in another successful franchise. However, in this case, Blizzard employs these techniques to enhance the game's grimdark ambience rather than diluting it. The game captures close-up shots of shattered skulls, manic eyes, and undulating blood, intensifying the horror and fear within the player. With its return to the series' original Gothic art style and the incorporation of diverse perspectives, Diablo 4 has finally fulfilled the desires of the fans who expressed their discontent back in 2008. It has successfully regained its Gothic identity and become even scarier than before. Blizzard's dedication to reviving the game's artistic roots and utilizing lessons from other successful titles demonstrates their commitment to delivering an immersive and haunting experience in the world of Sanctuary.